नमस्कार दोस्तों. Today is 25th August 2021. Welcome to my channel Trade Plan Nifty. This channel is my journey in stock market, where on this specific video on daily basis I disclose my trade plan for the Nifty for the next trading session, review my today's trade and share my learning and MTM at end of the video. I hope these discussions will add value to your trade setup and trading ideas. Looks like tomorrow we're gonna have a trending day. We have already touched at top of the consolidation zone, but now we need to see how Lala J is gonna act, whether it's gonna break this consolidation and move up or it's gonna go down. But before we get into detail of that, let's have a look into key elements of the market. So first let's start with the S&P 500. So when we look into global market, things are looking quite good. S&P 500 is continuing his super bull run and is running parallel to 8 bar. So as of now, no problem here. US government 10 bond yield has started moving up and now almost touching 1.33, but still below very high range of 1.9 or etc. So it's so far so good. Let's see today whether it is able to cross about 200 bar moving average and moving up, or from here it is coming back. So this could be a very critical uh, scenario, but I guess within next 2 or 3 trading session the picture will get much clear. Dollar index is also now has taken a support, kind of a support at 20 bar and started moving little bit up, but still below 8 bar moving average. For at least for tomorrow, things are looking quite all right. So global signals are uh, quite positive. Uh, in next 2 or 3 days, things may get little bit much clear, but as of now, no sign of a danger. With that in background, let's have a look into Bank Nifty. So when we look into Bank Nifty, we see that Bank Nifty is still above 20 bar moving average. So this is in uptrend, and we see the impact of dollar index moving up. So today we could see some sign of weakness in Bank Nifty, but now Bank Nifty has a very good support at 35,420 zone, which is a weekly pivot as well as 50 bar moving average. And on top side, it will now it is facing resistance between 35,750 and 35,830. If this 35,830 is broken, then the next target for a Bank Nifty is 36,100, 36,100. So Bank Nifty is looking all right, no problem here. And their HDFC Bank is looking pretty strong again at the top of the consolidation, which is at 1565. Now let's see whether it is breaking 1565 or moving down. But as of now, no sign of reversal on HDFC Bank. So HDFC Bank is still above 8 and 20. So looking quite good. So on daily chart, if you see, it is looking quite all right. Although a doji, but we need to have tomorrow's candle, which will define the move for HDFC Bank. So as of now, looking quite good. We'll have a good support at 1545. And now when we look into Reliance, Reliance is almost touching again a top of a consolidation, which is at 2202. Still no sign of reversal. Now it will have a very good support at 2170 zone. So 2170 to 2150, it's a very good support zone for Reliance. So Reliance is also not showing any sign of weakness. So above 8, above 20, above 50. So Reliance is also in uptrend. So global signal as well as key local elements are looking quite positive. So with that in background, let's have a look into Lalaji, that is our Nifty. So when you look into our market on weekly chart, we see that in this week it has already touched weekly pivot, and now it is moving up, and 8 bar moving average is catching up. So 8 bar is at 16137, and still no sign of weakness here. So definitely on weekly basis, market is in uptrend. On daily chart, it is still above 8 bar, above 20 bar, and now 8 bar is at 16,563. So now 16,560 to 16,500 becomes a very good support zone for Lalaji. So any dip towards 16,500 should be bought. And on upside, 16,705 is where you have my blue magical line. I use a fairly simple trade setup. If you want to know more about my trade setup, then please check out my video called Trade Plan Explanation on my YouTube channel, Trade Plan Nifty. So on daily chart, definitely no sign of it is in uptrend, but it has formed a wick today. So this is my engage reversal setup too. So this is, and this wick has formed at very critical junction of the market. So this could be a sign of worry. So this is a definitely a reversal pattern which we have found on daily chart, but the trend is definitely up. With that in background, when we look into 15-minute chart, we see that today market is closed below 20 bar, below 8 bar, and just above 50 and above weekly H4. So here the trend has reversed, and we see that here market is closed today. Market is looking some sign of weakness at the top end of the consolidation. So global cues, global signals are positive, local elements are good. We see that on smaller time frame, the trend is reversing, and on daily basis, we see a sign of reversal. So it is little. The signal is not very clear. So it all depends now where tomorrow market will open. Now tomorrow, one of the point to be note is that tomorrow the pivot is narrow. So tomorrow we have 0.57 as a contraction indicator. So there is a very clear indication that tomorrow it will be a trend day. Now when we look into SGX, we see that SGX is currently at 16671. So the open will be above pivot, which is at 16654. And today also the close was above pivot. And tomorrow's CPR range, that is pivot, is above today's pivot. So this confirm that the trend is definitely up. So for tomorrow, I have in my trade plan, let's talk about option one. The option one is that the open is above pivot, which is at 16653. So if the open is above pivot, then in that case, as a defensive trader, the best possible trade is buy on dip, either at 16654, which is the pivot, or at 16608, which is L3 for tomorrow. And if it further goes down, then still buy at 16582 with a stop loss of 16539. So option 1, if the open is above pivot and market starts going down, then the first entry is at pivot. I will be looking forward for any of one reversal pattern which I've discussed in my playlist called Engage the Reversal Setup. So any of the one setup should happen either at pivot or at L3 or at L4, which is at 16654, 16608 or at 16582 with a stop loss of 16539 for a target of 16750, which is R2 for tomorrow. Second option, that it opens above pivot and it doesn't come down, and there is a very good chance that it will happen tomorrow because today market did not touch the pivot. Now this is a 20% scenario when market does not touch the pivot, and that has happened today. So tomorrow there is a very good chance that market will open above pivot and it will start moving up only. In that case, 15-minute breakout with stop loss below pivot is the second option which I will take. And the third option is that market will open below pivot, which is at 16654. In that case, for intraday purpose only, it will be sell on rise either at 16660, which is H3, or at H4, which is at 16686 with a stop loss of 16720. So if it opens below pivot, then sell on rise at 16660, which is H3, second lot at 16686 with a stop loss of 16720 for a target of 16560 or 16540. And then there is a very good chance, if given opportunity, if there is any reversal happening at 16540, then there is another entry which you want to take on buy side, because fundamentally the trend is up. So tomorrow is a tricky day, and tomorrow is going to be a trending day. So ensure that you are in the right side of the trade. Please consult your financial advisor before you take any trade. Do let me know in your comment section what do you think about my trade plan, whether you agree, you do not agree. It's your like, comment, and your direct like and comment which motivates me to come and make this video on daily basis. Now today, let's review today's trade. So today idea was that we entered the market with a clear thought that today it's gonna be is a trend, it's a uptrend. An idea was to buy on dip, and market at a gap up opening, and it almost just consolidated in a very narrow range today, which was between previous day close and top of the consolidation, which is at 16705. It never came into touching the pivot or as per my trade plan to my levels, so no trade for me today. I did not took any trade, so no trade, no position, and today was a quiet day for me. So what's the learning? Learning is that I could have carried forward my position which I squared off yesterday and actually achieved my target of 16705, which I discussed on my start of the week video. So this is almost around 7 or 8,000 rupees which I opportunity which I lost. So as a swing trader, you need to take some little bit of risk, and that is something which I need to cultivate over a period of time. Uh, so that's one idea. Second idea is that when market doesn't touch the pivot, which is a 20% probability, the next day is going to be a big trending day, and that is what should happen tomorrow. So let's test that theory for tomorrow. So tomorrow pivot is small. Today market did not touch the pivot, so all the indications are there that tomorrow is going to be a trending day. In which direction, that we have to see. So please trade cautiously tomorrow. I hope these discussions are adding value to your trade setup and trading ideas. Welcome to all my new followers. Stay healthy, wear mask. Jai Hind.